we are up and running. Can anyone here confirm if we are or not? A couple minutes late, but you know, not too bad for a first attempt. How are we doing? Right, I can now hear myself because I've got my stream open, which is not ideal, but it means that it is working. Right, cool. Close that. Let's talk World's Strongest Man then. Exciting stuff. It's my first live. I'm not usually on this end of a Strongman live stream, as you all probably know. I am usually at the other end, but yeah, thought I'd jump on for about sort of an hour or two before World's Strongest Man kicks off, because obviously everyone has been asking me if I'm going to be doing World's Strongest Man watch-alongs, World's Strongest Man live streams, that sort of thing. I'm not going to, because honestly, selfishly, I am a fan more than I am a creator, and I want to be watching the Loz and Liz spreadsheet parties more than I do making my own one. So I'm going to go live before now and sort of talk all things World's Strongest Man, and then I'll be able to watch it myself. And I can see some people in the chat. Hey Dalton, I was hoping you'd join because you are in every Strongman live stream chat along with myself. MC Boosted, hello. Yes, this is my first live stream. So not only is it your first time here, it is my first time doing it. So I am going to be waffling. And yeah, the black snowball mic is an ancient relic, Ryan. It is literally 10 years old now. They probably don't make them anymore. I have had this for a very long time. Very, very long time. So hopefully it's good enough for you guys, because I don't have fancy equipment whatsoever. I have some very old computer running everything. So we will see if it goes well. But yes, the World's Strongest Man hype is officially underway. I am so glad we're getting a lot of World's Strongest Man content from people. The stuff Lucas Hatton's putting out is what I've missed from the World's Strongest Man stuff, all the behind the scenes Bodeyard things and stuff. And I've seen like the Stoltmans put some more out, loads of stuff. So yeah, I appreciate you all jumping in. Yeah, just going to chat World's Strongest Man waffle for the next sort of hour, and also do a bit of a Q&A, because I appreciate it's not often that I just get to talk straight away with you guys. I mean, I'm in every chat anyway, so it is what. But yeah, good to hear that the sound quality's good. Camera quality should be pretty decent, because I'm not using my crappy old webcam. I've actually got my phone hooked up to the stream, so that's all good. If you see me looking up, by the way, I've got the chat on a screen above my phone, so that'll be me reading all of your stuff. But yeah, are you guys hyped for World's Strongest Man as much as I am? Because I am very hyped, and the more I think about it, the more hyped I get about different groups. Because originally Group 3 was like my big hype group. I was really excited for that, and then I started thinking, and then Group 4 took my fancy, and then Group 1 started getting me really hyped, because I mean, there are just some beasts in Group 1. I mean, Tom, Austin, Thomas Evans is always good. He doesn't post anything, so we have no idea what sort of shape he's in. It's crazy. And Eddie Williams is getting better and better. And obviously, Jacco Schoonwinkle can schoon all our winkles. So yeah, what have we got? Dominic saying this is the most hyped he's been for World's Strongest Man in a long time. Me too, honestly. Last year, I wasn't that hyped. I still enjoyed it. And then this year, I really wasn't getting hyped until all the changes were made, until all of that stuff came in, and then I've been like really excited for this one, and the lineup keeps getting better and better. Really, really exciting. ChatGPT Intel, did I see the Stoltman video on Sunday? I don't think I did, actually. I'm going to be completely open and honest. I don't watch too much of the Stoltman stuff. I watch training sessions here and there, and I've been watching their World's Strongest Man hype stuff, but I think I missed that one. But yeah, Tom confidently saying he's got 120 on the Hercules hold. I hope to see it. Tom is looking like a beast. He made that stone press in the boneyard look like a styrofoam block. It's ridiculous. Tom has turned up in shape. Right, Alvin, most hype I've been in years. Me too. Dalton, excellent job on the 300 kilo video. Thank you very much. Very well edited. I'm not sure about that one, but it's my first time recording a video over such a long time. I usually just, as you could probably tell, sit down and record for like half an hour and cut it down, or just record a training session and cut it down while everything's still fresh in my mind. This is the first time I've sort of like had a storyline over like a month that I wanted to get together in a video, and I'm so pleased it all turned out well. Like, the anxiety going into that 300 kilo deadlift session, knowing that if I missed, it just sort of ruins the point of the video, of running every day and then deadlifting 300 at the end. So I'm so glad I got it, and I got it fairly comfortably, which I'm really pleased about. So yeah, thank you for all the positive review on that video. Sugar Steve, Group 1's going to be brutal. It's underrated. I think so too. Like, no one's actually talking about Group 1 as being such a brutal group. People think Tom and Austin are going to cruise it, and I don't think that's the case at all. I mean, they might well do, but Thomas Evans could be in like insane shape. Eddie Williams is getting better. Obviously, Yako could be awesome. So who knows, really? I think, yeah, Group 1's flying under the radar a bit. What we've got. Ryan saying, I know nothing about World's Strongest Man. I found Toby's videos because anytime I search anything Mirror Fit, then Toby's the first result. Yes, Mirror Fit, I absolutely love him. Like, I'm not sure how, like, widespread Mirror Fit is, but in the UK, certainly, it's, like, probably the best place to get strength equipment and gym equipment, just because the shipping is so cheap and so quick. That's the main reason I went with them. And then, obviously, over the years, I've got quite a good working relationship with them. They help me out a lot if I review their products, and generally I've got nothing bad to say about any of their products. For the price you're paying and the speed at which it arrives and the ease at which it arrives and you get to put it together, absolutely nothing bad to say about them. So I'm glad you found my channel through the reviews, and I love all things strength. I don't just love strongman. Like, I love training. I love anything strength related, which is why I didn't want my channel to go down the route of being like just a strongman channel. I'm trying to keep it very much the Toby Lively channel, because I know there will come a point where I'm done with strongman and I might fall out of love with strongman. I doubt it. I love strongman, but I don't want it to be what my channel is tied to. I don't want people just to watch me for the strongman stuff, because at the end of the day, you don't get longevity that way. Longevity comes with people liking you and your personality. So if I keep it broad to just what I'm doing, and at the minute that happens to be strongman, then it'll hopefully have some good legs for the future. Right, we've got some more people jumping in. Melvin saying Group 4's looking brutal. 4 former finalists and Andre, who was so close to getting the final last year. Yeah, Group 4 is looking very widespread. I think that one's going to be a really exciting one to watch as well. Andrew saying Lucas has put out some great World's Strongest Man vids. I agree. It is sort of what we used to have back in the day a few years ago, where lots of people were putting out similar sort of videos, and I hope more of the guys do. I can't get enough of the World's Strongest Man content. L. Scott saying Big Tommy has this in a bag. Honestly, Tom's looking in shape. Tom is looking in shape. Before the last couple days, I was firmly camp Mitch is going to win, and win pretty comfortably. But just seeing how Tom's manhandling some things in the boneyard, it's making me think he is going to be a tough competitor. ChatGPT Intel saying Lucas said the throw is better than he thought it is, which is a good sign knowing it's his weakest event. I agree. I really hope Lucas has a good showing. Obviously, my predictions, I said he wouldn't make the final. That was kind of out of jest, because I know Alec and Lucas sometimes watch the channel, but also I think he's in a group of the, not just the good throwers, he's in a group of the best throwers, which is not what he would have wanted, I don't think. And they're all very quick, athletic guys, and I know Lucas is quick, so I do hope he proves me wrong and makes the final. But I've seen Shane Flowers throw in person, it's inhuman. Cool. Bridget saying, come for strongman, stay for the YouTuber. Exactly. That is the best way to be. I mean, some of the biggest strongman YouTubers don't even do strongman anymore, so yeah, let's hopefully keep it that way. Joey Curtis, play us a song. I will be completely and utterly honest. Those guitars have not left the wall in the last 15 years. I have not touched them. You'll notice they're very small, and that's because they are child guitars from when I was 10 or 11. So you will not be getting a song out of me, because I couldn't play one even if I wanted to. Andrew saying Mitch is on fire. If you've seen his most recent video, you know. Yeah, Mitch is looking very, very good. Obviously, I went and trained with Loz at the weekend, and everyone's seen online, Loz is super confident, and it's rare that Loz is so confident. He's always the person to say anything can happen, so I think that's a really good sign. Thor's Hammer, Tom looked great in the boneyard, hoping for my boy Mateusz to get to the finals. I agree. I watched Matty's video today about how he's just there to make the finals, and if he had seen the events, he wouldn't have accepted it. I completely agree. I think it will be good for Mateusz just to come and have a fun World's Strongest Man and enjoy it, hopefully, because I mean everyone wants to see him there, whether he does super well or not. So yeah. L. Scott saying, when are you winning Oxford's or the Haynes? Well, technically, I won the Hames Farm Inters last year. I've got the trophy behind me somewhere on this shelf. But I won the Inters at the Haynes last year. This year I knew was going to be a big step up because Oxfordshire's was getting some more good guys to the lineup, and everyone in Oxfordshire's sort of going up at the same rate. So it's really cool to see there's a lot of good strongmen in Oxfordshire, which is nice. But hopefully, next year we come in good shape and we keep going. Should be good fun. Andrew saying Lucas has got over his cough. Yeah, he certainly seems to. That big Q&A in the car certainly showed that, I think. Ryan saying, a few years back, I think I stumbled across UK's strongest man, a very large avalanche of a man sitting on a bench, gave me a donut. His name was Jeff Capes, who was refereeing or something. Yeah, Jeff Capes is an absolute legend of strongman and just British sports in general. Like, everyone who doesn't do strongman knows Jeff's name. I knew Jeff's name far before I knew strongman. So that's just how it is. Alvin saying, outside of Tom and Mitch, who are the big favourites, who would you think would be a dark horse to challenge them and have an outside shot of winning? I genuinely think Evan Singleton is looking good. I mean, I know he's very unpredictable, but if Evan has the performance of a lifetime, I think Evan can be up there for sure. Alexios, the events in the heats and the finals are really good for Kordiaka. If he comes top 6 in the deadlift, he could be top 3 in every other event and get on the podium. Yeah. You know what, if Pavlo was like in peak shape, I'd agree with you, but obviously he had a slight niggle at Europe's, and I've heard that he's waiting to get surgery or something, so hopefully he's in really good shape and we see it, but I think he's outside of people's predictions at the minute just because he's going through a couple of like minor injuries. But yeah, as ChatGPT said, he did an easy 249 jerk, so if you're doing that while slightly injured, I mean, what do we see there? Hopefully he's in like insane shape and we can see it. I love Pavlo. I've met Pavlo in real life. Really nice guy. Surgeon saying, looking at the people struggling with the block press, do you think Paddy can hit it? His final chances live and die on that lift, I think. I have no idea. Like, obviously Paddy gets a hell of a lot out of his legs, but he's also good at like being really good at stabilising weird things. And just growing up on a farm, like he's used to weird, big, bulky things, I guess. So I genuinely have no idea. I've not seen enough of like Paddy's block training to know how he's looking, but I hope he does. I mean, I'm really good friends with Paddy, so I really hope he does. I think his finals chances are pretty good this year. Neon saying, training footage with Loz then. There will be bits and pieces here and there. I didn't actually film too much because at the end of the day, I don't want to just go down there and shove a camera in his face and make it all about making a video. Like, at the end of the day, I am mates with Loz and the people down there as well, and I haven't been down and seen them in a long time. So I do have a couple clips that will be coming in videos in the next few weeks, but nothing substantial as like a training video or something, because yeah, I just wanted to get down and hang out with some people. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. There will be some stuff coming. Melvin saying, I believe Trey will be getting on the podium this year. Yeah, I agree. I think Trey's going to be up there. I mean, obviously, the arm over arm probably isn't the best for Trey to start off the finals, but he's pretty good at everything else, and he's looking absolutely massive at the minute, like properly thick, like ridiculous. And I love Trey. He's probably my favourite strongman, just as from a fan's point of view. I love everything he stands for. Andrew saying, I would be very surprised if we get a repeat of last year's podium. I don't know. I wouldn't be as shocked if we did get a repeat of last year's podium, because I mean, Mitch, Tom and Evan are 3 of our best competitors, so it would not shock me at all that we got a repeat, but there are so many other good guys as well. I would be surprised if it's the exact same. Dalton saying, hopefully Paddy will start working on his overhead. You know what, yeah, if Paddy... You know what, if Paddy actually trained overhead, he'd be very good. I'm taking the piss. He's going to hate me for that. But, yeah, cool. Alvin saying, from Hatton's video, it looks like the Stone Medley is going to be a lot harder than people think. I think so. it's looking pretty tough. I mean, some people have made it look ridiculous. Like both Stoltmans have made it look ridiculous. I wonder if they're going to grind it down anymore and make it a bit of a nicer, less bulky shape, because it's pretty gnarly by the looks of things. I think it's going to mess a few people up. Chris saying, looking forward to Worlds and all the changes. I haven't heard many people talking about Group 4. Very tough group on paper. Yeah, I completely agree. Group 4 has a lot of people who are very similar level and can take points off each other. I think it's going to be our closest group, to be honest. Marco saying, Mateus said the events in the final don't suit him at all, and if he knew those were the events he would have not gone, but he has already had a flight ticket, but he said he could make the finals. Yeah, I think so. They're not the best events for him in the final, but knowing Mateus, like, even if he doesn't feel in his best shape, he's still got events where he's the best guy in the world at them, so hopefully we get to see a bit of that through the heats, if nothing else, but I back Mateus to make the final. Dominic saying, I have a feeling there will be a few awkward moments of calculations for everyone with the Titans toss if people tie on the number of bags and distances. Yeah, lots of mental maths will be going on, I'm sure. I bet everyone in the spreadsheet parties will have their calculators out. I certainly will. I've now officially finished work for the week. I've booked the next few days off, so I'm fully world's strongest man this week now, which I'm very pleased about. Bronchopped saying, let's go, loving how difficult the stone medley is looking. I'm loving and hating it because I know it's going to break my heart, but I'm also going to be very entertained by it. Damien saying, what editing software do I use? I use DaVinci Resolve for no particular reason other than it was the first one I've downloaded. So take from that what you will. I've not tried any others. It works well enough for what I do. I don't do particularly fancy editing, so I don't need anything more than that. Oh, Andrew's saying, meant it would not be surprised if it's a repeat. Yeah, me neither. Not at all. Yeah, makes sense. Bronchop saying Group 1 and 4 are easy for top 2 or a nightmare. Will be interesting. Yeah, that's a good shout. It's like, if everyone's in shape, then Group 1 and 4 become an absolute nightmare. But also, there's a couple guys in there that, when I was doing my predictions, they were fairly easy groups to come to a conclusion on. But that was assuming everyone's like where we are and not everyone's in shape. Like, if everyone's in shape, there's no easy groups this year. It's really ridiculous. Asparagus Ass and Bam Bam had a quick look at a few videos out so far. The stones in the boneyard look a damn sight harder than I expected. Yeah, I know. I think people were expecting it to be a bit of a speed run, but it's looking like a really tough event, like genuinely. Marco's saying, so the best way to watch this will be on X and the Loz and Live live stream. I think so. I think we just got to find some friend to Instagram stream it for us or something. We'll see. Benji Farmer, I think not being able to redo a missed bag is going to cause some weird results. I think so. I think it's going to favour people really taking their time. If people rush it and mess up, that's not going to be really good. It adds a weird element to sandbag tossing that's not usually there. I mean, if I was doing it as like the amateur athlete I am, I probably would have preferred it than just having a series I have to rush, because I just get in a tiz on sandbags. I'm crap at them. So if I had to take it like slower, one at a time, and make sure of it, it might have been better for me. Cool. Marco saying, will I be doing a live stream during the events? No, I mentioned at the very start of the stream, I'm more of a fan than a content creator. Like, I would much rather be in the chat with all of you in Loz and Liz's live stream than doing my own live stream. Like, I love this sport. I'm a massive fan of it. So even though I could earn some money, grow the channel and stuff, doing my own live stream, I just love it too much to want to not sit in the Loz and Liz live stream. They do a fantastic job, and I think it's a sort of a case of too many cooks spoil the broth, isn't it? If we've got 6 different people doing the world's live streams, I just don't think it's that needed. So I don't think I'm going to add any further insight that people would want that they're not going to, that I could just provide in the chat while I'm enjoying it as well. Strongman historian, fancy editing, what is that? I don't know, mate. I have no idea. I don't touch it. I can use the clipping tool. I can do a couple transitions, but nothing more than that. Dalton saying, I hope Andrade can make some big moves. I completely agree. I love Austin. He is awesome, and I really hope he's in really, really good shape. I'd love to see it. Asparagus Ash saying, I half expect a few foul throws in the toss. A few of the lads stepping over that line. New rules, mistakes will happen. This could cause some interesting scores. I agree. I hope we don't get any sort of situations where it's really tight and called as a foul throw, but I mean, rules are rules, aren't they? Damien will be rocking the purple beanie this weekend, even in the sunshine. I'm sure Paddy will massively appreciate it. Andrew's saying, what's the time limit for the Titans toss? I don't actually know. I'm going to guess 60 seconds, maybe 75. I doubt it will be more than that. I think somewhere in there. Apprentice Alex's anachronistic armory got there in the end. Howdy Toby, hello mate, how's it going? Marco's saying, should be perfect weather conditions this year, not like last year in South Carolina. Hopefully. I mean, we don't want anything like, the weather, injuries, anything like that, causing issues for anyone. We just want the strongman to be good, and the strongman to be fair, the strongman to be fun, and the strongman to be entertaining. So that's all I care about. So hopefully the weather is absolutely perfect for them all. What events are you guys looking forward to the most? I think for me, initially, I was looking forward to the behind the neck jerk the most. Just because of what we had at Arnold's and it just being a really fun event. But the more I think about it, the more I'm really looking forward to the 18-inch deadlift. Like, I'm an absolute elevated deadlift merchant. I know it's boring for a few people, but for me, I really want to see what sort of weights people can be pushing on that, because some of the training's been looking big on that. And I just quite like it as an event. It's a bit different to what we've had, just max deadlift, raw deadlift for ages. So I'm looking forward to it. Marco's saying Hooper will have to be mentally tough this year. Yeah, and I'm sure he will be. I have no reason to believe that he won't just knuckle down and get it done, despite what's been going on. Marco's saying, why is Mateusz so bad at the deadlift? I have no idea. Like, I mean, I have an idea from like a mental standpoint. Like, sometimes lifts just don't feel good and you get hurt on them, and then forevermore you've just got it in the back of your mind that you can't do it. I don't think it's even like anything technical or anything. It's just, I don't think he commits to the rep as hard as you need to on a heavy deadlift for fear of re-injury. But it's just, some people just have weaknesses as well. Like, some people just have to work around them, and it is what it is. I mean, his deadlift's not so bad. Like, he's deadlifted 420. It's just not at the top level of world class like some of the guys. So yeah, it is what it is. He works around it well enough by doing some insane performances in other events. Alex saying, I recorded my own predictions video, but I'm not sure if I want to post it because I'm second guessing everything I said. Alex, I recorded 6 different variations of me predicting who goes in what group, and then 3 different variations of me predicting who makes it out of which group. Like, I re-recorded it about 4 times. So I think just send it, just post it. We're all going to be wrong anyway. Alex saying, got any tips for the 18-inch deadlift? I've got one in a comp next month. I haven't done 18-inch in a while, but in my latest comp I did a 12-inch deadlift. And I think the biggest thing for me on a pull like that is, even if it doesn't feel like it's leaving the ground, pull it for 5 to 10 seconds more. Because I've had reps where it's felt absolutely glued and not moving, and I just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and it eventually just starts moving and comes up. It's like, it's weird. You don't get that spring like you do on a normal deadlift. On an elevated deadlift, you just got to keep going. Sugar Steve saying max standard deadlift has gotten a bit boring from overuse. I completely agree. I'm so pleased we're seeing an elevated deadlift. I'd love to see a max axle deadlift, car deadlifts, loads of different stuff I'd love to see. It doesn't have to be a 505 attempt every competition, innit? Like, Damien, do I use a coach for training? Yes, I do. I'm coached by Loz, and I have been for the last couple of years. I live, about an hour from Loz, so it's good to have him on board. And we get on well together. I've never ever questioned anything to do with his training. I just knuckle down, get it done, and we've made some insane progress. So, would highly recommend. Marco, do you see Stoltman breaking Pujanovsky's 5-time record sooner or later? I wouldn't be surprised to see him match it. Breaking it is another thing all entirely, because that's 2 more titles for Tom. It's not even, it's 2 more to match it, isn't it? So that's 3 more titles for Tom. So that would be a big ask, I think. I could see him matching it if he wins this year and possibly next. But breaking it is another animal. But you know what? If anyone's going to do it, I wouldn't be shocked to see Tom do it. Dalton saying, tangentially related, don't you hate it when a really good deadlift day gets cut short by a co-proud? So annoying. Dalton, if you don't fight through those, You're never going to be a strongman. No, I'm taking the piss. I've just started taking Imodium before my deadlift sessions now. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. SLK saying sup. Hello mate, I see you a lot in the other chats. Good to have you here. Jane saying getting hyped for World's Strongest Man. I certainly am. I mean, I've got so hyped that I've gone live because I couldn't stand sitting and not talking to anyone about World's Strongest Man. I've already pissed off my whole set of work colleagues by extending every meeting this morning by about 10 minutes, ranting about World's Strongest Man to them. So now I finished work, I thought I'd jump on here and talk to people who actually want to listen about World's Strongest Man and not piss anyone off. Alex saying, Max Axel would be awesome. I'd love to see a deadlift medley in a high-level comp. I agree. I'd love to see a deadlift medley that starts with a standard bar, then Axel, then like a Kratos bar, then like an elevated bar, and then like a trap bar. Like a 5-bar medley, like we do an overhead medley with like 5 different deadlift bars would be super cool. I think that's an amazing event idea. So yeah, I think I completely agree. SLK, the axle weight change from 150 to 170 is a huge change. Saw a few guys getting through it fast during training. Won't happen anymore. I agree. I think it's a good change. I really do. I'm a big fan. I wasn't a massive fan of doing 2 reps every implement, like it was cool. But the fact it's now 2 reps every implement and then finishing on a really heavy axle is going to separate the men from the boys. So I think it's a good change. Jane saying Lucas Hatton's YouTube video of the Boneyard was great. I completely agree. I hope they post as much as they possibly can because I really enjoy that channel. Andrew saying if Mitch stays in Strongman, Tom will find it hard to win 6 World's Strongest Mans. I agree. I think before Mitch came into the sport, I was thinking Tom could win 6. Now Mitch is here and causing problems for everyone. I think it's going to be hard. I agree. Man from Brussels, didn't Terry Holland's rep out 10 after shitting himself? Hey man, we've all been there. But yes, I'm sure he probably did. No one's going to remember the smell. They're only going to remember the performance. So just push on. Dalton saying the pre-workout purge was less effective than normal this past Monday. Oh, good lord, Dalton, good lord. Marco's saying, I know for a fact strength is not genetic or it skips a generation. My dad was strong and I'm rather weak. What do you think about strength being passed on in the bloodline? Truth or myth? I think absolute truth. If you look back, my family tree, there's actually only ever one set of Lifelys and we're all descended from farmers, and my granddad's thick set, strong as anything. My dad's always been amazingly strong. I'm strong. My brother's really strong. Like, there's definitely some genetic stuff going on there. So, yeah, fully think it's truth. Avery saying if I'm training today, nope, rest day today for me. I've just had a pretty hard couple days, obviously after 300 and then going to train with Loz. That is going to leave me absolutely battered. So I had a fairly comfortable leg day and then a good overhead day yesterday, rest day today, and then we're hitting deadlifts tomorrow and log on Friday before the World's Strongest Man stuff kicks off in the evening for me. Alex saying another deadlift variation I'd love to see is a silver dollar 2 rep max in honour of Kaz pulling his winning lift in 81. You know what? That'd be really cool. I think getting like a comp put together of loads of like legacy events and stuff like that with people doing stuff from the past, you know, in honour of that would be really like a cool idea for a comp. Dalton saying that would be a phenomenal medley. I completely agree. I think it would be awesome. I think it would be really interesting. Marco, so you're basically getting the same coaching as the Moose. Must be nice. Yes, and I signed up to coach with Loz pretty much like the week before Mitch did, I think. So maybe it's my fault Mitch is doing so well. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, Loz's coaching is really, really good. I couldn't recommend him more. Jane saying, I know the feeling. No one in real life wants to talk about Strongman. My partner enjoys Giants live shows, but not as best as me, lol. Yeah, I just literally... My brother kind of knows what's going on with Strongman, but doesn't follow the sport at all. And other than that, it's just you guys I talk to, and obviously a few actual like amateur strongmen and stuff. But you guys are my main Strongman voice, where I sit and waffle to a camera. Lucas saying, "What's your day job? How do you manage balance with training?" So I'm very, very fortunate in that I am a software engineer, so I work from home on a completely flexible hours contract. So as long as I get my 40 hours a week done, I can do them pretty much whenever I like. So it makes fitting training in and getting training done really, really easy because I work from home. I've got a home gym. I don't have to be in the office too often. So it really, really works out nicely for balancing training there. So I just basically schedule my life around training and then work in the bits where I'm not training or making videos and stuff. So it works perfectly. Damien's saying, I think Mitch might win it once and then not return to Worlds and focus on other comps. I feel like it's his least favourite comp. I mean, World's Strongest Man's still World's Strongest Man, as much as we gave them a lot of crap recently. I think as long as Mitch is in the sport, he will return to World's Strongest Man, providing the things he wants changed and the things needing to be changed remain changed and continue moving forward. Jane's saying, farm strength like Paddy. Yeah, absolutely. Apart from the fact I didn't grow up on a farm, so he's got that on me. But genetically, for sure. Asparagus Ash saying, my son is a poop ton stronger than I am, but then I'm lazy, he's not. You get what you put in. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, even people with the best genetics, if you're not going to put in the work, you're not going to get anywhere near the top. You can't just go in and, half-arse it and expect to be world-class, can you? So, yeah, exactly that. Dalton saying, thoughts on strength AI software from Smo to track bar speed and the metric for points, like a 400 kg deadlift, but as fast as possible. I really don't like that. I think it's difficult to understand for the lay people. I mean, you try and speak to a lot of people about just software in general, let alone AI, and it blows their minds. So I think we'll keep it, keep it as easy to understand as possible. Marco saying there is some big talent in South Africa for sure, and we're going to see some of it this weekend, I'm sure. Andrew saying all three Stoltman brothers point to genetics. Absolutely true. Yeah, they're all massive, aren't they? Bridget saying a lot of strongman and tech crossover. Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of it comes down to is just like the tech world just opens the door to being able to train more and train easier. So a lot of people who end up getting strong end up working in tech and engineering because it's the easiest to get training in around. Alvin saying, I feel like the behind the neck press has made a comeback. We have now seen it back-to-back major comps. Do you think we will continue to see it more in the future? I hope so. I really enjoy it as an event. Like, I really enjoy it. I think it's just the overhead of the year. We seem to have one every year where we just get an overhead that sticks around every comp for a year and then disappears again. But I hope it does stick around and doesn't take a massive hiatus because I really, really enjoy it. Max saying, new to my channel, I missed the keg-loaded squat machines from about 10-ish years ago. I completely agree. The keg-loaded squat and deadlift, I think, should make an absolute comeback. That was always awesome to watch. Avery saying, have you tried doing the behind the neck jerk? If so, what did you hit? I have not at all. I train in my garage that has like a 7-foot ceiling, so my clearance on overhead is maybe like that much, and I feel like trying to properly do a jerk would just smack the roof. Plus, I'm not the most explosive of overhead lifters, so I feel like it wouldn't do too much for me. I mean, I've no reason to try it so far. I might try it. Maybe that'll be a good video, seeing what I can hit on that, depending on how this world's go and how my overhead goes in the future. So it's a good idea, actually. I might do that. Marco, can you shout out my son Elton's name? Elton and Donald right now, they're watching. Hello, Elton and Donald. How's it going? Alec in the house. Most dudes at the comp looked real bad during the stone testing yesterday, which will make for a fun event 5. Yeah, it looked pretty damn tough, if you ask me, from the video clips I've seen. Like, it's going to be an interesting event for sure. I'm really excited to watch it. I'm glad it's not going to be a sprint. I just hope it's not too hard. Seatails, what is your next deadlift goal? Well, I've just hit 300 kilos, so the next logical big jump would be 700 pounds, which is just shy of 320. So that is where I want to go next. But my deadlift goals are just arbitrary, really. The aim of the game is just to keep getting stronger. So we'll take them off as we hit them, but I'm not doing anything particularly to like chase them down, if that makes sense. Joe, World's Strongest Man won't be returning to Mitch until he makes some changes in his personal life. I don't think that's true. I think you should invite the best athletes regardless of what they're doing. I think it would be a shame if Mitch doesn't get the invite back because, yeah, we lose someone really great in the sport, athletics-wise. So I think that's a bad take. Dominic, hot take. With all the discussion about the future of World's Strongest Man, post-contract, I would like to see the heat stay, It's what makes World's Strongest Man unique. The addition of some OSG scoring would be cool too. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the heats. They're certainly not as egregious as they used to be. I would still prefer just a 25-man lineup, 10 events, all versus all. But that's me. I agree the heats make it unique, so there we go. Fair enough, Joe, taking the piss, yeah. Well, I bit, so there you go. Dalton Mason, if only there was a way for the keg loading machines to be more consistent so there isn't an argument over fairness. I think at the end of the day, Strongman just isn't fair sometimes. And like, implements are cool, implements look cool. I think we should just keep it like that. Like, I don't like this focus on everything being super down the middle, standardized, fair. I think it like loses some of Strongman's charm, and like some of the events are just like the game really. But yeah, hopefully there is a way to make it a bit nicer. I mean, you've seen Brian's keg loaded method where it has a proper track where they all follow the same trajectory, and even that had its problems. So it's an interesting one. I just don't think we should become too overly critical and take away the spectacle of some things. Mr. C, we need one of those courtroom artists to draw World's Strongest Man scenes for us. We absolutely do. If anyone's out there, get the pen and paper out. That's what we need. Jane, am I still running every day? I am not doing it every day now because after I think like 33, 34 days, it started taking a bit of a toll on my lower back. But I also think that's partially due to the deadlift as well. So I'm not taking it as seriously as I was. I'm still running a couple times a week. And then the other days when I'm not, I'm either on the air bike or I'm walking. But either way, I'm still out and about active every single morning because it's fun. Asparagus, thoughts on the type of deadlift with the hand position? I was in going the 18-inch deadlift. I think just normal deadlift stance, normal hand position's fine. It's what you're most used to, what you're most comfortable with. So I think just keep it the same. Because if you standardise everything, you basically get to powerlifting. Exactly. We don't want a million rules per event. It makes it boring to watch. I think we just need to get over the criticisms every single show about something. 99% of things are absolutely fine. So Avery, can we please replace the arm over arm with a squat for a rep event so Lucas can win, please? It would be nice for Lucas. I do agree, squats need to make a comeback. It's been too long. Dalton agreed. I'm just getting tired of people arguing over what's fair. Yeah, completely agree. The bigger Strongman gets, the more arguments we're going to have, unfortunately. Red Rum, anyone seen Tom and Luke's new video, manhandling their equipment? Yeah, I was surprised at how well they were doing that stone press after seeing how some of the guys were struggling. Like, they both made it look like styrofoam. It's ridiculous. Andrew, powerlifting is fair but lacks interest. Completely agree. And even then, it's not even fair half the time. Joe, what is your max 20 meter yoke? So for 10 meters, I have done 320 on a yoke, and then just this past weekend, I did 280 for 20 meters, but it was 10 meters drop and turn, which was my PB. So 280 on that. I've never done 20 meters in one stretch because I never have anywhere long enough to do that. So I always do 10 meter drop and turn. Max, I mean, realistically, Mitch will probably win. Probably. World's Strongest Man will be making a hell of a statement by not inviting the current champ because of personal indiscretions. Exactly. I think people just need to get over all the personal life stuff and focus on just the athletes being athletes and their sporting prowess and stuff like that. I mean, no other sport gets this level of drama going on that we talk about and stuff like that. I mean, there probably does. I don't do any other sports, but I just watch it for the big men lifting heavy things. That's all I care about. So yeah. Right, how long have we been on? I actually have completely no idea. It doesn't even say anywhere. Ah, there we go. 38 minutes. Yeah, we'll keep going. We got time. Let me just see if anything's popping off. Right, here's a question for you guys in chat. Out of everyone in the groups, who are you expecting to make the final that other people aren't expecting to? So we've seen lots of predictions now. We've seen lots of predictions videos. Is there anyone that is being slept on in all of the predictions videos that we could see make that final? let me know your thoughts. I've got a couple names in my mind, but it all depends on people's shape and stuff. But yeah, let me know if you guys think there's any dark horses that even aren't being talked about, even though the lineup is so full. Yeah, what do you reckon? Avery saying Nick Guardione. Yeah, I had Nick making the final. I could definitely see him making it, but I agree. Not many people are talking about him. I think World suits him far more than the Arnolds ever did. Shane Flowers, yeah, completely agree, Jane. I think Shane has a fantastic shot of making the final, especially in that group. It's very, very solid. Media Proof saying Paddy and Hatton. Yeah, I think I agree. I agree with them. Max Kitchen, Paddy, Lucas and Pavlo. Yeah, Pavlo's definitely one that I can see. He was one of the ones I was thinking of. Hopefully he's in really good shape because he is. Yeah, he's so light, athletic, fast. I could see it. Shane and Reno can completely see it as well. I really want to see Nick and Evans sneak through, but we'll see how that goes. Is that Thomas Evans or Evans Nana? Or is it Evan Singleton, but you forgot to put a space? There's too many Evans and S's going on. If it's Thomas Evans, I could see that being the case. Like, the dude doesn't post. I have no idea what shape he's in. He could just be in mental shape and just do insane. I could really see that. Asparagus saying Reno no, because the heats are more athletic than strength based. I completely agree. I could see Reno do it. I don't know how his throwing is, but the rest of it, he seems pretty decent. I think it's easier to predict who might miss. It's basically the statically strong guys who might not move and throw as well, like Trey and Lucas. Yeah, I completely agree. World's Strongest Man's definitely the more athletic guys competition. C-Max saying Cordiaca bumps Luke Stoltman. I could see it. I really could. Depends what... Luke's looking in good shape, though, based on that stone press. Like, really good shape, so we will see. Nick will do great in the heats, but then the finals events aren't that great for him. Yeah, I possibly. I'm not really sure. They could be pretty decent. Yeah, the heats are definitely better for him, I think. Bronchop's saying Lucas looks in excellent shape. Yeah, I completely agree. He looks mental at the minute. Jane hoping for Paddy and Lucas. Me too. Two guys who I'd absolutely love to see in the final. Media Proof saying these groups are for sure going to throw a couple upsets. Completely and utterly agree. I think that that is definitely the case. Dominic saying Reno Nell will make the final. There's some rumbling hype from him, but he's still very under the radar. Yeah, I mean, even myself, I haven't really watched much of what Reno's doing. I just know from what people have said, so I'm excited to see him. Dalton saying Evans Nana. Yeah, interesting. I'd love Evans to make the final. He's a super, super nice guy. And again, I'm not really sure where he's at the minute, to be honest, so we will see. Ronald Ryan saying, depending on what shape he's in, possibly Max. Yes, I completely agree with that one. Like, no one's talking about Max because obviously he's suffered a few injuries at the Arnold and stuff like that. But if Max is in really good shape, I could definitely see it. I mean, he's a former third place finisher at Worlds, so yeah. Thomas Evans is a beast and always gets stuffed in the crazy groups. I mean, all the groups are crazy this year, Steve. Like, all of them. I want Reno to do as well as people are hyping. More talent is always great. Completely agree. Would love to see it. Thomas Evans is unreal at overhead medley. Yes, he was. That log ladder he did was insane. A few years ago or last year, I can't remember. Not gonna lie, the first time people were talking about Evans and Anna, I thought they were joking around with Evans' grandma. Yeah, I've seen a few memes about that. We need Tom Evans, Evans Nana, and Evan Singleton in the final. I was hoping they'd put them all in the same group. I thought that would have been a laugh, but never mind. Damien, if Shane Flowers in top, yeah. If Shane is in good condition, he will surprise a lot. Beast of a guy. Yeah, completely agree. And he's looking good, for sure. C-Max saying Andy Flynn believers. I would love Andy to make the final. I personally don't see it just because of how stacked our lineup is, but he's a fantastic strongman and I have a lot of time for Andy, so I hope he puts in a really good performance. Sam's saying number one seed most likely to miss the final. I'd say Evans simply because he's erratic and could bomb the throw event with Pavlo and Luke in his group. He could easily finish third. Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty good call. Obviously, Evans had some really bad luck at World's Strongest Man, but seemed to put that to bed last year. So, yeah, I could see that being the case. Did I watch Mateusz's new vid? Do you think he has more of a chance to miss the finals, or it's just his lack of confidence in the harsh self-criticism? I did, and I think with Mateusz, it is a lot of that, just lack of confidence and harsh self-criticism. But he's a bit beaten up, poor Mateusz. He's had a few injuries, but I see him making the final in these heats events. I really do. Imagine a full Evan podium. That would be awesome. I'm hoping for a Mitchell podium as well with Trey Mitchell and Mitch. That would be a good one. Mateusz looks like he's doubting himself more than ever in his latest video. That probably means he's in great shape, to be honest. It's like if Ivers is tired. But we will see. Marco, if there's a big surprise / upset, who do you think it will be? Good question. Good question. I think one of the biggest ones would be Austin not making the final out of Group 1 because so many people were quick to predict him to. But I could easily see Thomas Evans or Yako or even Eddie Williams pipping him to it. I personally think Austin will, but I think that could be a big upset that might happen. Yeah, Thomas looks amazing in the Boneyard. Absolutely does. Shane isn't usually the best at loading. Interesting. I always thought that he was pretty quick. But I'll take your word, Bronshop, because you seem to know your stuff. Where would Brian Shaw finishes if he was in this one? Now, which Brian Shaw are we talking? Because there are many different iterations of Brian Shaw across the years. Are we talking last year's World's Strongest Man Brian Shaw? Are we talking prime Brian Shaw? Are we talking like 2017 Brian Shaw when he was absolutely massive? Because yeah, it's a very tough question. I think if it's prime Brian, I mean, he's always going to be in the mix. Like, he just is. Prime Brian was an absolute beast. Question, if they miss the bag toss, is it done? Can't retry? It's done for that bag. So if you throw 9 bags, miss 2 of them, you score 7, you can't retry the 2, unfortunately. Will we see a Mateusz smile this year? It's definitely on my bingo card. I hope so. What's on my bingo card? Good question. Good question. Bingo card. See, the usual ones aren't there this year. The usual Giants Live bingo cards. I think on my bingo card, someone is going to drop the stone press off their head. Like, do the classic press it comes back down, rest it on the head and press again, and they won't be. I don't know if that's allowed, but probably not. I reckon that's going to happen at least once. Did you see Lucas's doing a Giants Live? It really surprised me. It didn't surprise me that much. It surprised me that it was the Strongman Classic. I would have thought he would have done one like the World Long Lift Championships or something like that. But I'm glad to see Lucas doing a Giants Live because they're really fun shows. I've been to watch a couple and I think it's good for any strongman to do at least one. And the Royal Albert Hall's a great venue, so I would think that is probably a good one to do. But yeah, I would have liked to see him do the Long Lift Champs as well. In my opinion, Group 1/5 may have the most surprises. I agree. I completely agree. Hatton looked a bit nervous in his new vid, in my opinion. Struggled with the stone to shoulder and his stone press. Seems to not be putting enough effort to fully do a rep. It's just difficult. Like, Worlds is a different kettle of fish. Like, you've got so much media to do. So much TV stuff. That it's hard to be motivated to go in the boneyard. It might also just be the case that he's saving himself. Like, the last thing you want to do is go full out in the boneyard and then injure yourself there. So I feel like he was doing just enough to get the feel of what he needs to do without actually having to do it. James saying 2016 Shaw would win. Yeah, Shaw would have had a really great shot in his 2016 shape. Young Brian would have done great. Completely agree. The bag toss is going to cause some chaos in people's predictions. Fully agree. That was my hardest one to predict going forward because so much can happen in a bag toss. Fun fact, the only 2 people to beat Mitch in his prime are Shaw and Tom. Yeah, fair enough. That is, pretty mental. That is a good track record to have, to be honest. Bronchop, Lucas is doing a Giants Live solely as the events don't impact SMO training. Yeah, completely fair enough. Get your bag, Lucas. I'd do it. I'd get the money. Why not? And Lucas's parents wanted to go to the Royal Albert Hall. I mean, who doesn't? It's an amazing venue. Really is. SLK, bingo card is an injured bicep, semi-heavy axle, bag toss, Hercules hold. Something tells me there could be. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen, but you can almost say that about any strongman show. There's a reason torn biceps are the most popular injury in strongman. They're so easy to go, but fingers crossed we don't see that. Asparagus Ash, the fact he's doing a Giants live makes me think there's a huge overhead event coming up. He being Hatton. They announced the events for the Strongman Classic, I am pretty sure. And I was expecting the axle in there for him to be doing it, but it wasn't. I'm pretty sure it was a log ladder for the overhead in that one. So, yeah, interesting. Do you know of any strongman that have hardware in their bodies? Personally, I have a rod and nails in my shin and also plates in the hip. The only one I know about is Bobby Thompson having screws and like plates in his feet that stops his triple extension, and he's gone on to do really, really great things, and he's had them in there since he was a child. So Bobby Thompson's a really great example of that. Great to see 70 of us in it. Is there really 70 people watching me live right now? That is absolutely ridiculous. Well, while there are so many people watching me live, I will say please go down below, click like on the stream and subscribe, and if you want to go above and beyond, please consider joining the members only section. I know I've neglected it a bit recently with not so many members only videos, but that's only because I didn't have any members for a short time there and I've been very busy. But as soon as we get some more members going, I'll make more members only videos. That side of the channel is more for stuff like this where I just waffle and just talk and I don't really think about the videos that I'm making over there. Whereas when I have to make a main channel video, you've got to think about the substance of the video, the title, the thumbnail, whether or not it's going to be worth clicking for people, going to be worth growing the channel and not hurting the algorithm. Whereas the members only section, you can take it and do whatever you want there. So I will definitely be doing more content over there if we get some more people signed up for sure. Vital saying Mitch had his hands ripped last year and Tom was in shape. For sure, there was absolutely no room for for Mitch to make a mistake last year, and that will be the same this year. So it is what it is. Yeah. Bronshot saying, wasn't it Axel for reps? Was that Axel for reps? I don't know. I can't remember. Par saying the overhead medley has changed the order. Yes, it has. I believe now it's a heavy axle at the end, and it's a dumbbell log barbell with only one axle of 168 at the end. I think it would be awesome if Lucas got all the overhead records in 1 year. I completely agree. I think that's an awesome thing to try and chase. Why is Hafthor not competing? They didn't give him enough money and he doesn't want to. No, I have no idea. But I'm sure that's probably part of the reason. Media Proof saying, you've had food in your beer this whole time, Toby. Haha, JK. Honestly, I would not be shocked. I scoffed a croissant before getting on the live, so if there's any crumbs in there from the most crummy food in the world, I would not be shocked whatsoever. Bronshop, yeah, what you think of the overhead medley changes? Seems like a 168 axle might be rough at the end of the medley for many. I think it's a good change. Honestly, I do. I know the medley was hard anyway, but I wasn't a fan of doing 2 reps of everything, so finishing on 1 rep of a heavy thing, I just quite like it. I like it being a little bit different. Does anyone know if there's separate rules meeting or equipment testing for the finals events? No, I believe it's all just today and tomorrow for everything. Obviously without the rest day, so I think that's the case. Ronald's saying, am I doing my own watch parties or will I be on Loz and Liz's? I will be in the chat with Liz and Loz the whole time. I will not be doing my own for a few reasons. One, I'm a fan. I want to watch it as much as you guys do. I don't want to be making my own watch parties and stuff like that because I don't think I can provide better insight than they can. And for 2, because I'm in Britain, it's going to be very late at night. And I don't live alone, so I can't be that loud. I can't be chatting away until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And for one, I really don't want to be presentable till then. I want to be wrapped up on the sofa watching Loz and Liz do all the hard work. So that's why I won't be doing them this year. But I did want to come on here before the event and chat to you guys. And I'll probably jump on after World's Strongest Man as well and do another one. And I'd like to do these lives a bit more regularly now. I've sort of figured out how to do them and got them going a bit because it's always nice to come chat. James saying, I think Tom would have beat Mitch without his hands hurt. It would have been closer though. Honestly, I could have seen it. Like, Tom was in phenomenal shape. He always is at Worlds. I really, really, really could have seen it. Did you see Thor is doing a deadlift event in a few weeks before Smo? Wonder if he will compete this year with the chest press. Yeah, I did see that. I think he would. I think Smo's a great event. But yeah, it's interesting. I have no idea. The medley was way too light. Smo had the perfect press medley. I don't think it was too light considering they were doing 2 reps of everything. Like, that is a lot of pressing. But I agree, I would rather have seen it heavier with 1 rep of everything than 2 reps of everything. I don't really care for doing multiple reps at a thing. Bronchop saying that Zercher carry looks super light. Yeah, it does. It really does. But I guess it's the first time they're kind of doing it at World's Strongest Man, I think. So they didn't want to take it too heavy. I hope the arm over arm is going to be suitably heavy after that, and it's more of a buy-in for that. Media Proof Loss's insights are so great. I mean, he's been there and done it for such a long time. No one's going to really beat that, are they? So, yeah, Loss does some really great work for this sport. My initial thought after seeing that, he wasn't doing it, but hopefully he is. Yeah, I mean, I could really, really see him not doing it, but I hope Thor does as well. I always love watching Thor compete. I've met Thor as well. He seems like a pretty decent bloke. Media Proof, these shows where some of the best guys aren't there are always disappointing. I agree. I'd love it if everyone turned up to every show, but, you know, we can't have that all the time. Sparkasash, just to say, I've been proper enjoying your content as of late, so keep up the hard work. Now go and get a few office hours in while you can. Yeah, thank you very much. I had no idea more people would be loving it as much as they do. And it's mental how quickly it's grown over the last few months. Like, I've been doing this channel since 2020, since I very, very much started. So, and I've just seen the Stoltman brothers are in the chat enjoying the channel. That is just mental. Like, the mere fact that anyone pro in the sport watches this channel at all, and I know, like, a few of the guys have said to me that they watch my channel, which is just crazy. Like, it's mental. It's brilliant. Like, yeah, thank you all very, very much. I just do this for fun, and now we're making a little bit of money off it, which is nice, and I'll keep doing it. Right, where have we got to? Bronchop saying, anyone else not a fan of the floppy bags loading medley? Bring back the odd implements. I don't mind a sandbag loading medley. I do like some odd implements, but yeah, I think this year a sandbag medley's fine. We've got some interesting events coming up, but yeah, not the best. Sugar Sieve, Wes Dowinski can do some serious damage in Group 2. Yes, I think he can. Wes is another one. He just doesn't, like, he's not very loud, so people often underrate him. But he can do some really, really good stuff. Who do I think will get the fastest time on the loading race overall, and who do you think will get the most reps on the deadlift overall? I think Mitch will get the most reps on the deadlift overall, especially because he's in the hard deadlifting group. If it's not Mitch, I think it will either be Rag or Paddy, because again, they're in the hard deadlifting group where they're all pushing each other. I think the fastest time on the loading race overall, I could see any number of Paddy, Mateusz, Mitch, Tom, any of those guys getting the fastest time. It's really, really hard to call. Which strongman you met has the hardest handshake? Now, that is a good question. I haven't shaken many of their hands, to be honest. But, yeah, honestly, Paddy's got a very, very strong grip, as you know. But I can't say I don't think I've ever shake Paddy's hand. Shake Law's hand. Law's hand is strong. He didn't manage to bully me into any arm wrestling when I saw him, which was pretty good. But yeah. Yeah, nice Stoltmans are here. They're both looking in ridiculous shape. Shane is a hell of a coach. He sure is. Like, it's been crazy to see how Shane has transformed some of the guys. And yeah, it's so nice that the Stoltmans popped in here. How sick is that? James Christie, good luck. Tom and Luke look good on the stone press. Yeah, both of them look ridiculous on the stone press after seeing so many people struggle. Like, it's crazy how good they were looking on the stone press. I would prefer some mad objects to sandbags. I agree. Sandbags are obviously safer, but for World's Strongest Man and the spectacle of it, it's always nice to see some fun, weird implements. But yeah, sandbags are just fine. It's good that all the guys can train on sandbags as well. Like, they're so easy to get. But I would like to see some weird stuff. On Reddit, I bet $5 Eddie Williams Rex House makes the finals. Have you got any wild card or dark horse predictions? I think Eddie could do really well. I think my biggest wild card prediction wouldn't be for who makes the finals. I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. My wildcard predictions this time is that they put all the Canadians in one group, and they didn't do that. They put it in 2 Canadians in 2 of the groups, but that was my big prediction. Rag looks small compared to last year. Hope he can still perform. I think that's good for him. He looks athletic. I could really imagine seeing a Mog Rag this year, because I haven't seen much from him. So hopefully he's in really, really good shape. Dalton, I accidentally hurt Novikov's hand in Vegas because I got too excited. To be fair, he just finished the Wrecking Ball hold. Well, you can always hold that over him, Dalton. Say you had a stronger grip than Novikov for literally like 1 second. James Christie, I thought I had big hands till I met Loz. Wow, yeah, I've got pretty big hands, and then I met like Paddy, and he's got shovels on him. To be fair, my hands and Paddy's hands are pretty much like the same size, but he's just got like fingers down to there. I've got these massive fat palms, which means my grip really isn't actually like that good. It's decent because I got a lot of strength in there, and my grip endurance for like holding a bar, like dead hanging, is really, really good. But for stuff like blobs and stuff that requires good finger strength, I'm not that great just because of how thick my palms are. But I've got big hands as well. Bron Chopped, would be hilarious if there's still 3 Canadians in the final. Seems very unlikely with the group situation. Yeah, I agree. I think like Mitch and... Is it Wes that's in his group? I think it is, yeah. I think I could see Wes going through with Mitch out of group 2. I could see that. And then it's Max or Tristan. Interesting. I could see at least one of those making the final. I could see anyone making the final. It's so hard. It's so hard to call. I can literally see anyone make the final. That's why it's so difficult. It's so tough. Right, well, we have been on for an hour, so I will probably leave it there, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this chat. I will come on. I might come on every day during Worlds. I might come on after Worlds. I don't know. I'll just come on whenever I feel like it. But hopefully you enjoyed the chat. I certainly have. As I said before, if you want to support, go down below, click like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then of course if you want to go above and beyond, there's always the membership options and stuff. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support. Hope you had a good one. I'll see you in the next one. See you then.